Okay, and also whole event, we're going to do the 12 film screening. The first group, to start from the committee's talking, interview, and then after that, 6 film. And after that, we have a break room. And also after 6 film, and then we finish. And then after 9:15, we will do Operational Counselor online stream. This is a different event for the same room. So if you...
Okay, guys, good evening and welcome to the Cyber Connect project. I'm Maria Tran. I'm the project coordinator, producer, and the head of Phoenix Eye. Now, before we begin, I would like to, I'm currently in Fairfield, so I'd like to acknowledge the Cabral people as the traditional custodians of the area and pay my respects to the elders, both past, present, and emerging. Now, the Cyber Connect project was a year-long project that was awarded the Fairfield City Council Social Change Through Creativity grants. Now, Phoenix Eye is a film production company. We were able to manage it with the support of Diversity Arts Australia, as well as the amazing staff at Fairfield City Open Libraries, Acting for Mindfulness, Nanlite with their part equipment support. Now, with this project, we packed a lot in, okay? So initially, we were only supposed to make 4 films. We ended up making 12 films, all shot in the month of May, just before lockdown, right? Prior to that, we ran 3 workshops, one in public speaking and presenting, finding your why, project management, as well as pitching films, where participants got to come together and filmmakers to pitch their films. So basically 12 films, you know, a lot has happened in the month of May, and I have to attribute this to the community. Okay, now people helping each other, collaborating, sharing, believing that these films that they make, even though they might be small films, when it comes out, it could perhaps reach to different people across the world and touch them in various levels. So that's why it's so important that for us, we're making films in our local area, that we're able to be proud to tell these stories as well as imagine new ones. So pretty much that's all from me for now. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you to our dignitaries for attending, as well as thank you to the participants for getting out of their comfort zone to participate in the workshops, as well as the filmmakers and creatives in our region. Now, without further ado, I now would like to invite Councillor Dia Lee, who is the local councillor for Fairfield City Council. She's a former ABC journalist, runs Dawn Media, and is an expert storyteller, culturepreneur. Please welcome Di in saying a few words.
Thank you, Maria. And I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owner of the lands bump with which we meet in Fairfield. It's the Cabral Darug Nation. The elders both past and present, and I'll also like to acknowledge everybody who have contributed to this project. And Maria, thank you for taking the lead in this. This is amazing. I love stories, so I think stories really connect people. Stories create bridges between differences, and I think it's an opportunity to showcasing these 12 pieces of films that hopefully the rest of New South Wales and Australia, and hopefully the world, now that we're living online most of the time, can see a snapshot, a vignette into what Fairfield City and what this community has to offer. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can see very many familiar faces and names on the screen. So congratulations for bringing tonight together, and I look forward to watching some of the films tonight.
Thank you so much, Di, for that. Now I'd like to invite Councillor Sarah Yilmaz. She's a former Deputy Mayor. She's another amazing woman with expert knowledge in law. She serves on many committees, a voice against gender abuse and harassment. She's the finalist for the Women's Agenda Leadership Awards. Please welcome Sarah.
Thank you so much, Maria. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners on the land on which we meet. In terms of myself, it's the Cabral of the Darug Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. First of all, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you all tonight to see the launch of the Cyber Connect project. As most of you already are aware, Fairfield's one of the most diverse areas in New South Wales, and if not New South Wales, the whole of Australia. We've got to admit that. So it is an ideal location to be able to showcase such wonderful stories, and through these stories, this project will show the passion of our local artists and filmmakers. And I know that we're at the centre of attention in this pandemic at the moment, and to be able to come together and witness the work that your team has offered through this program in terms of, you know, showcasing local acting talents, their presenting and filmmaking abilities. It really brings to the fore for generations in our area that we really do have what it takes to make it to the big screen. And I've been saying this since my time in council. I don't want our local talent to be lost to other LGAs. And what you've done, Maria, through Phoenix Eye is absolutely fantastic. It's something that we really, really need in this area. And because of Phoenix Eye and the whole team, we're extremely lucky to be able to have professionals in this field to pave the way for others who are interested in making a career out of production and filmmaking. So I'm very proud to be part of Fairfield City Council with my councillor colleague Darley, and to foster particular grants such as the Social Change Through Creativity grant, who has nurtured the project along with Phoenix Eye to bring together these wonderful 12 stories that I'm very excited to be watching. And I must say, I got to get my snacks as well. I'm very excited to be part of this. I want to thank you all so much. I'd like to thank, again, Fairfield City Council as well, including also Diversity Arts Australia, Fairfield City Open Libraries, and Acting for Mindfulness and Then Light for bringing this project to fruition as well. So without further ado, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you, and I would like to welcome every other dignitary who has also attended tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for that, Sarah. Now I would like to introduce to everyone Alvin Wong. He's video calling all the way from Singapore. Alvin is the Nanlite Global Overseas Marketing Manager. He's been involved with us on one of the 4th workshops digitally, and he's a very passionate storyteller himself. And I have huge respect for him to be part of our community in our project. So please welcome Alvin.
Thank you so much, Maria. I think it's an honor to be here with all of you. You know, I've participated in I think the 4th, you know, gathering, and I've seen a lot of really great, you know, potentials in the community. And I think it's really an honor to be, you know, part of this community as well. And, you know, being a brand that I represent in terms of the global scale, I work with a lot of, like, you know, filmmakers. I've seen a lot of really awesome films around the world. And I must say that, you know, you guys are actually one of the best that, you know, I've seen around. And, you know, I hope that, you know, moving on with all your exciting upcoming films, you know, it will be nice if we could have an opportunity to share some of your films like outside Australia. And I think it will be a good opportunity for us as well to share some of your works through our platforms. And I believe that, you know, a lot of other filmmakers or content creators around the world would love to see some of your works in your community. So I think moving on, I would love to, you know, be more involved and see all your exciting films, and hopefully, you know, some of you guys can, you know, have more exciting films that we can share, you know, with the world.
Thank you so much for that, Alvin. I guess we're going to kick off with the films, and we've got 12 films. It's a project that involved probably over more than 100 people. And it was so hard for me to go, oh, actually, maybe we can only do 4 films. You know what? Everyone can be a filmmaker, because that's the thing. I feel that because I came from the community and the community supported me so much in the arts, that we want to keep that going, because a lot of the amazing storytellers, a lot of the amazing filmmakers come from the community, and the fact that they can all work on each other's projects and help them tell the stories is an amazing thing. And you know what's great about this? We have amazing councillors. Seriously, Fairfield City Council, Di and Sarah, like, they are always supporting young people, emerging people, making creative content that could connect globally. And it's so great to have Alvin a part of it, because he kind of gave us a bit of a global perspective on the fact that maybe our small little stories aren't as small as we think. Anyhow, to kick off, I would like to introduce everyone to Regina Lee. This is her film called A Meal with My Mom. She is a first-time director. So take it away, Regina.
Thank you, Maria, for introducing me. My name is Regina. It's my first time directing a short A Meal with My Mom. It was inspired by my relationship with my mother as I grow older. I think it's important to stay close and connected with my mom, and I thought that learning how to make a traditional Hakka Chinese dish was a great way to share my culture to the public. The dish is called Mi Khao Pan, a simple rice cake snack. And if you guys are interested in the recipe, please don't be shy to message me. I'm happy to share it with you, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hi, my name's Regina, and today we're going to be making mi khao pan with my mum.
We call it mi khao pan. It's actually a rice cake, which we often eat in India for breakfast. It was from my auntie. She used to make it and sell it in the market for breakfast in India. So my grandparents went to India for a better prospect. They went to India they have opened a business, a shoe business in India. They left the auntie, like the first daughter, with the grandfather's sister, and all the other children were actually born in India.
Okay, what do we do first?
You need 1.5 cup of this rice flour, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, and just a pinch of borax. I need live water. It's just 1 tablespoon. With live water, I usually dilute it with some water because it turns yellow. Can you boil the water for me, please? See how it turns
The
a
live
bit-
water.
Yeah. Turns a bit greenish.
Yeah. So what was it like growing up in India?
It's interesting, very interesting. Different country, there are not many of us. We have to learn the language. We speak Indian language like Hindi and Bengali. But then my parents are very into keeping the tradition, and they made us go and study in the Chinese school. And at that time, we used to have about 4 Chinese schools there, and we studied Chinese school till primary, till year 6.
So the fried version of the mi khao pan is pretty much the same thing now, but we just coat it in batter and then we deep fry it. Just flour, a bit of salt and a bit of bicarb and water.
Brings back memories of old days.
So the next film that we have is by filmmaker Emily Bowie. She's an award-winning seasoned doco filmmaker, occasional director of photography. So presenting to you Breaking Barriers. Take it away, Emily.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming and joining whatever film you're joining to watch. It's truly been an amazing experience working on Breaking Barriers. The short preview that is about to be shown is a teaser for a documentary I'm working on, based on my amazing friend, Viyuana Palu. I really wanted to help share her story because once I learned about it myself, I really wanted to share it so that I could help inspire, more specifically, younger generation females, and remind them that it's never too late to go for whatever your heart desires, and that no dream is too far to reach, and it's never too late to try. Western Sydney has, for a long time, been overlooked by many, many people, as I'm sure we all know. And I'm really hoping that my projects, as well as all of the other projects that are screening tonight, will help showcase the raw talent that we have to share. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
When I'm on the field, I feel powerful. I feel strong. I feel like I have a role to play. So gridiron refers to the field of which American football, the game, is played on. It literally looks like a grid. I partially ruptured my ACL and fractured my left ankle. I thought I was done with any other physical sport. Considered that I was also in my late 20s. I'm like, who would want to pick up a new sport at this age and in this condition? I don't think I was really mentally ready for anything or for life at that point. I was struggling with my mental health, struggling with anxiety because I was experiencing burnout from work, and I just had no space to just let out steam. And then, bless her, my friend reached out again, and she's like, come play gridiron. I was like, heck yes, if I can legally put people on the ground, I'd love that. I'm at my most confident when I'm on the field.
Great job, Emily. Awesome. Next film we have on the list is by Monica Elia. She's a writer from Fairfield. She's a theatre maker, actor, and this is one of her pieces, a first-time presenter, called Fairfield's Best Shawarma. So introducing Monica.
Hello, my name is Monica Elia. So I'm an Assyrian Australian based in Fairfield. I made this because I wanted to showcase the lighter side of field, something a little bit fun. And I'm always interested in upcoming businesses. And I have a love of food. My cousin and I had an argument about what the best shawarma place in Fairfield was. And so when Maria contacted me about this project, it was a great chance to put my favorite restaurant up there and prove that it was best shawarma. So hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Best Shawarma and Bakeries. Everything they make is fresh. Even the bread that they use is fresh and they make it every morning.
أنت تيخي لأي دكانة بلخت وهم قوي خالة؟
Yeah, أنا بليخون جو سوريا، بليخون كماشين بليخون جو لبنان، قريبا 15 سنة جو لبنان، بليخون نخا كما دكانة جو أستراليا بتي 15 سنة.
One of the reasons أنا مقبلة شاورما ديوخ إلى آخر لخمة ديوخ يطن أختخي يودي تلي بيك رابع دكانة يمثلخي بس Lebanese bread flat bread يعني ياوي زوين اللي بس يطن الديوخ اللي ياوي تزوين اللي.
I told you I have everything that fresh and make here at the shop.
دائما بيتك الخطوة دكانة شاورما لو؟
yeah أنا اتوجه بالي أول من دي بس أنا في experience من دي أنا خلينا ليه ما استفدنا because shop صورة ليه shop عيات ما استنيودي cocktail juice كاكيجور بتجوري له هو أمانة يومي كل يوم يدي لمن وزع شو بعد مليانة و يكون مليانة خلينا يعني أي صاني تراب الدور تراب.
So shawarma is specifically street food. So a lot of people think it's exclusively the only Middle Eastern food that they know, but it is street food. The most essential part of shawarma is the meat. So you're specifically talking about very fine layers of meat that are stacked together and then evenly roasted on rotation. And it means that when you cut the meat, you get really nice, very moist, evenly cooked and flaky pieces. And you also get kind of a little bit of a barbecue-y flavor, but as opposed to the char, because it's more evenly cooked, it tends to be a little bit more moist.
أكيد كلنا يبلغ ماسخ ناقوي شما يعني إلى سوبر شاورما بلغ مثلا من أنا ولا بلغ من 5 ساعات بلغ من قماقوي شما إنه خابز نص قطاوي تري قطاوي 3 هدف ديالي إلى 5 على دولة صحة ويا أكيد.
Well done, Monica. I'm salivating watching that. The next one we have is on a yoga practitioner. Her name is Kathy Fan. I don't think she's in the room. Are you in the room at the moment, Kathy? No, I don't think so, but that's okay. She's actually a corporate woman who turned into a yoga instructor and has her own studio based in Cabramatta called Zen Flow. So we did a small little doco on her to see what she does there. So, yep, let's see it.
To me, yoga is a very simple word. It's just a journey to come back to the self, to find the inner strength and to find back the motivation in life. I fall in love with yoga because it's helped me a lot. It changed my whole life. And then I want to spread all of those good vibe, healthy things to the community of Vietnamese community. It took me 3 years to decide to quit my corporate jobs. One day when I came back from work and I lied on my bed, I felt everywhere around myself in a darkness and I felt so depressed. And I asked myself a question at that time whether I want to live or I want to be died. And then I said, I still got kids to look after, I still got family responsibility. So I told myself, no, I gotta live my life. And then I decided to quit my job, temporary, to go into Tibet. And I live in Tibet. I learned meditation, I learned yoga and there. And I went to the temple with the Dalai Lama and I found my whole energies back. I found my life back and I get the motivation that I would bring all of those things back to Australia to help people around me. And I found that there's no place specialized for Vietnamese community around and people struggling to find a good place, suitable place for them to come in to train themselves or to bring them a good health. So that is the motivation that led me to open Zen Flow in Cabramatta. In our Asian culture, especially Vietnamese people, they don't put their health priority. They don't put the health habit, like exercise habit, in their daily life habit. They thought about working, family, being a parent first in their life, and then they look after themselves the last. And I found another reason because they're struggling to find a suitable place to come in, to join themselves, They can listen in their own language and they can understand things in their own language. So I found those two things are the struggling with them. That's why it made me turn back to our community to bring sampler to Cabramatta. I want to make people think that being healthy life is really enjoyable. You can have a longer time in the life to enjoy the life, enjoy what you are doing. Everyone has a dream in life, but they only can do it if they got a good health. So that's what I want to change people's mindset, especially our Vietnamese community. To me, body is the temple, the place for you to train the self, to look back at the self, to mirror the self, and to improve the self, getting better. The body is the best place that you got to look after first. If you freedom from the pain, you can do whatever in life that you want. You can go whenever you want, and you can do whatever in life that you wish to do.
Okay, so the fifth film that we have on the list is by Kim Dan. Now, he's a local. He's actually a commercial banker, writes poetry secretly, and he's a first-time filmmaker. So he'll be presenting his film, Life's Too Short, Do What You Love. So presenting Kim.
Thanks, Maria, for the introduction. Like my fellow filmmakers, my passion has always been in helping our local community. I considered absolute privilege growing up in Fairfield. But what I found was that too often we let our problems and challenges get in the way of our deepest hopes and dreams. Now, I made this documentary with the hopes to show that there is a way that we can live our best lives as well as follow our passions in film and other endeavours. So I hope everyone can draw inspiration from this short documentary. Please enjoy. Thank you.
Parents have been running this store for almost 30 years, and now they've passed it on to the next generation. Dad has always taught us how to run businesses, how to communicate with people. We've learned a lot, not just by his saying, but the way he does things. I lost my mum when I was about 16. I lost touch of reality. I don't know, I just went blank. And during the HSC, one of my best mates, he was like, you know, is that what your mum wants you to do? You know, like, is this how your mum wants you to be? Yeah, I had to get through it, but yeah, it was hard. But I guess made me stronger. She was a person that everyone loved. There was so many things I wanted to tell mum, you know, and cherish the people that you care about, and you know, yeah. In 2019, my friend was diagnosed with cancer. So I met Phil in 2016 when I was doing my master's degree. We were classmates and we kind of clicked off right from the start. But not only was he a classmate, he was also a mentor and an advisor. Like, I would have problems with my business and I would ask him, hey, look, you know, got an issue with my marketing, what should I do? So he's always been there for me. He's always helped me through challenges. You know, it was very shocking because we only just started our journey, you know, and that's what I was kind of like crushed, because it was a relationship that I hope that will last forever. But having heard that, it felt like a turn for the worst. And then when I was diagnosed with a heart problem, it was kind of made it even more worse. It's like a hole in the heart. At that point in time, I was just like, well, you know, I need to step up and I guess, you know, rethink what I'm doing, where I'm at in life. And it kind of changed my perspective. And I'm not just staying to be here, I'm actually staying here doing what I love. I had to rethink my life. You know, I told Phil as well. I told him, I was like, hey, look, you know, I'm getting into acting. Just something different, something exciting. And I got a featured extra in a short TV series called Les Norton. I met the right people, I made friends, and I just really enjoyed it. It has brought me alive. This is it's not easy. I think I'm really lucky to have my wife by my side. She's always been there for me. You know, she's always supported me. I've done many businesses before. I've failed many times before. But if you don't try, you don't know, right? You've just got to take the extra step, get there, and hopefully new things come out from that. It's like a puzzle, right? You got to match up the pieces and see what you get from that puzzle.
So our next film is by Kelly Lamb. She's actually a registered mental health counsellor. She's the founder of the Feel Good Project, as well as Crazy Asian Expectations or Rich Expectations. So give it up for Kelly.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelly Lamb and I am a registered mental health counsellor specialising in cultural values. Making this film has opened up an area of opportunities, curiosity and creativity to make mental health visible. When we think mental health, we almost freeze because it is something that we just don't talk about in our day-to-day conversations with family, friends, and colleagues. So the more we build the courage to talk about how we feel, the more we build an understanding how we respond to our own emotions and others around us. It is so important we keep driving the message that mental health is as visible as physical health. Hi, I'm Kelly Lamb from the Feel Project. I specialise in mental health counselling in cultural values. The purpose for me to share this with you is that we are so consumed in trying to manage our own feelings and thinking that we can, but we can't. And it's acknowledging that we can't, that we can ask for help. How do we ask for help? Is by starting a conversation. Our attitude towards mental health stigma is so real. It happens now where we think it's just better that we keep all our darkest secrets to ourselves and just deal with it, because what's the point? Mental health is a word that we almost freak out about. There's this stigma so heavily attached that we have no idea how to, I guess, approach it. When someone says they're not feeling well, they're down, they have these random thoughts where they think there's something wrong with them. And we attach mental health to mental illness. As soon as someone hears that word, it's like, oh my God, you're sick, we can't touch you, we don't even know how to talk to you. We are mental health, we are living, and we need to encourage each other to speak up and to rely on one another for support. For anyone who is experiencing their loved ones or is aware that they're not coping, here is what you can do. Approach them in a way where you can ask, hey, let's go out and eat, or let's go hang out. Remove them from the situation. Encourage them to get out of their room. Many of them will say, you know what, I can't be bothered. But your persistence and your support will mean a lot more to them because they can see that you're trying. You matter. Mental health is and always will be a part of our well-being. Do something that you love doing. Push yourself to the limit. You're living. You can, you are, you will. Take moments where you can just spend time alone, be with your friends and family, and do something that takes away from your usual routine. Self-care is so important. Self-care is like really doing something where you just find joy. If you want to dance in your own room with music out loud, do it, because you're just breaking free. You matter, and it's so important that mental health is worth celebrating. How you feel right now, whether you're happy, sad, they're real. You can't run away from them. And it's so important that you can share these moments with family and friends and those who you connect with, because in the end, our feelings connect. And it's so important that we can share how we feel so that you never know, that you can help someone else. We are storytellers. Our experiences will always be a part of us. Where you are right now, you can do something great. Don't limit yourself, because we only got one chance and you can do whatever you like, but it all depends on you.
All right, so we're going to kick off with the second batch of the films. I'm going to be introducing Takashi Hara. He's an actor, filmmaker, founder of Acting for Mindfulness. He's going to be presenting his film called Obsidian. So take it away, Takashi.
Yes. Okay. Hi, hello everyone. Thanks for coming to Cyber Connect project today. So this is I directed the whole film. I'm Takashi Hara. I'm Japanese actor, filmmaker, invested in Australia at the moment. With my executive producer John Dong. He's my Acting for Mindfulness, what I'm doing, the acting school student. He gave a chance me to make a film, something called action genre in Fairfield, which is Sydney. So we shoot this whole film in Cabramatta. Actually, the film is still under post-production, but today is the first premiere to show everyone for the trailer. Please enjoy. Thank you.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour.
Have we met?
Honshaze Shonen. It's an obsidian crystal.
Karina, we have to go!
It means truth connects past, present, and future. Please, miss. It's the least I can do.
Who are you?
Next up, we have Adam McPhilbin. He's a director of photographer who's turned into a director for this piece, presenting to you Beyond the Lens.
Hey, my name's Adam McPhilbin. I'm a freelance videographer, cinematographer, video editor, and visual effects compositor that grew up in Liverpool, New South Wales. The film Beyond the Lens has given me a new perspective on how I view the people from my local area. by hearing how Fairfield and Liverpool has evolved from Charles, who has been a resident of the Fairfield LGA for a few decades. I met Charles a few years ago when he was taking photographs at local events. And the more events I attended and documented as a videographer in the Liverpool and Fairfield area, the more I would see him taking photographs at events. And he quickly has become a familiar face that the community trusts and knows. I was inspired seeing how an older gentleman like Charles has captured Fairfield and its people over the decades, and thought it was time somebody heard some of his stories. I believe opportunities and support in the arts for people of all ages in Western Sydney is important because we have so many diverse and interesting stories to share with the rest of Australia.
I was one of the fortunate ones. I was born in Australia. I joined the Commonwealth Government when I was a youngster. I worked with them for 35 years. They invested in me. When I think back, there were so many mentors there and they taught me so much. I supervised people, I managed people, learnt weaponry, firefighting. I've been a chairman of, and the members of repatriation boards here and in Canberra. And most of all, I worked with people who were from a different generation to me. They'd been through the First War. There were POWs, E and J and so on. All those were my mentors. And I've had a very rich life. I just can't believe I've been so fortunate. Now the people that have come here have been a blessing to us and they've improved Australia greatly. I came here when we got married. Our wedding reception was at the old Belvedere. And we settled here because my wife lived on a farm just across from the Fairfield Showground. It was a pretty uninteresting place in a way because people were much like me, mostly European back then, but then the Indo-Chinese war occurred and they had this influx of these beautiful people who've brought with them a lot of skills, talents and industry and I'll tell you what, a lot of heart. I think probably because I had a brother who was interested in it. I had a 35mm camera, slides. So you take them, you didn't know where they'd turn out because you had to send them down to Melbourne to be processed and then they'd come back to you. Also the old Super 8 movies, I've taken a lot of those. Community means people. And just people coming together. People looking after each other. We all must look after each other. And I just love to capture that, and I do. Well, you can feel the goodness in people. There's a lot of fundraising and other things happen here. And human rights activities, because they're important. Some marvellous entertainers. You hear them play their music and hear them sing, you see them dance. Marvellous costumes, full of colour, full of vigour. We have a wealth of talent here. It's all given out to us for free. And I've always had an appreciation of art. And there's no doubt that there are people who express themselves in ways that nobody else could. So there's a uniqueness to what they do.
Okay, next up we have Tin Tai. She's a coordinator at a local community family centre and she'll be presenting her little animation that she did with her family called Po Meets World. Take it away, Tin.
Hi, everyone. What a wonderful experience it was to make a short film for the first time. I was fortunate and had the help of my family and our community through the Cyber Connect project, and it was truly a team effort. So to be able to tell the story through film helped me realize that it's possible for non-filmmakers like me to do it. So my film is about a fun-loving penguin who's learning about how his choice of food changes how he interacts with his friends. Now, this is important to tell to tell this story because families want to learn how to bring out the best in their children in our community, but helping their children learn social and emotional skills and making appropriate life choices can be challenging at times. So this film gives families a fun way to explore a topic that's relevant in today's society. So I hope you enjoy it.
Kick it to me. I got it. Haha.
Ouch.
I'm hungry. Ooh, gummy bears.
Whoa! Benjamin Barry said that gummy bears have a lot of sugar and that sugar will make you go cuckoo.
I don't feel so good.
See? Sugar does make you go cuckoo. Benjamin Barry said that carrots are much better for us and they're sweet too.
Carrots. Yummy!
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have Matthew Tackett, who is a library assistant, an aspiring filmmaker, and this is his first directorial debut with Millennial Story. Take it away, Matthew.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for that, Maria. So yeah, I am an aspiring filmmaker from Western Sydney, and I'm really interested in cinematography, writing, directing, and producing. My film is a drama short focusing on an Asian Australian member of the LGBT community. And when I wrote this film, I knew that my idea was good and the script was strong and it's loosely based on a true story. And I really wanted to share it because I know that people have gone through similar experiences and I wanted them to be able to relate to it. But I had this predetermined idea in my head of how it would look and I didn't want to let anyone in. But after listening to my crew and cast, I realized that concepts aren't set in stone, and if you want to be a filmmaker, you need to be able to adapt on the spot and be open to constructive criticism. So that was a hard blow for me to take, but I feel like it's made me a better storyteller overall. I think the subject matter is really important though too, because diverse stories represent more than the majority of the audience, and Western Sydney is definitely on a smaller scale, but if everyone cared about sharing those small untold stories, there would be so much more variety out there and people would feel represented on the big screen. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy this film.
Hey, is everything all right? I don't know, I'm just really confused right now. I've been having a lot of hard times lately with a lot of things. It kind of sucks.
What is it? Is it me? What did I do?
No, it's not you. This is a me thing. I don't think you'd be able to understand. You know what? I'm sick of trying. I've tried online. I've tried real life. None of it ever works. I don't get any closure. Maybe it's just me. I've never been really good at those stupid dating apps. Like, oh wow, I met my husband on this dating site. Are they even like real? Are those ads real? Yeah, right.
I think you're just overthinking it a little bit, Chloe. I mean, you're fine. It'll be fine.
I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, I thought that I had a chance with them. Or even just be friends.
Is this about Natalie or Hannah?
Both?
You mean at the same time?
Are you serious? You really think I'd do that because I'm not straight?
Well...
Oh, come on, Jasmine. Do you think that gay people are different from you? We love, we feel, we get hurt. I'm not getting anywhere, that's all. Maybe I should just give up on friends as well as dating.
I think you shouldn't take yourself so seriously. I mean, you're still young, you're beautiful, you'll find someone. I know you'll find someone that'll appreciate you. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Wait. Are you hitting on me? Or are you just being really supportive?
Let's go get a coffee.
Okay.
Where do you want to go? Oh, that cafe I talked about.
All right, next up we have Nhi Huynh, who is a local and has worked across multiple community arts sector organisations. Introducing to you Break, Falling in Love with Judo. Take it away, Nhi.
Basically, it was a really wonderful experience to get on board with this project. Maria asked me to get on board a project to do a little film shoot at my local judo club that I'm a member of. So I'm a member of the Bushido Judo Club, and it was just a wonderful experience to have Maria's team come and help me tell some stories about people from my judo family, which I think is really important. Storytelling in a community is very important. And just as you've seen how diverse the films are in this showcase, you'll see how diverse our judo club is and what a wonderful judo family we really are.
武士道クラブへぜひ遊びに来てください。お待ちしております。
Well, judo, it's about discipline to me. I think it's a way to really discipline your mind and your body. There's history about this club, and it's been going on for decades. And what I respect about this club is that we have a sensei here that's been here for as old as furniture, like Sensei John. He's my mentor, and as the head coach, I look up to him because he's got all the experience. He knows the history about this club.
I started judo in 1948, just for a bit of fun, just to see what it was like down in Sydney. Got wrapped up in it, and I've been doing it for 73 years now already. I've loved every minute of it. It's taken me all over the world, everywhere. And I've been to the Olympics and God knows what. And I put it down to my longevity of keeping going, and that's just about it.
For me, it's because it's just something that's very enjoyable. I enjoy coming to the Bushido Judo Club here at Canning Vale. Everyone's very friendly.
Judo for me just personally means that it gives me a skill to be out on the street on my own and have confidence I can protect myself. Last year, due to lockdown, I started getting into fitness a bit more. So I decided to pick up judo, and that really adds to my cardio workout for the week as well. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that I decided to continue with judo.
It's really fun, just like you know, fighting around with everyone and like just playing around, having fun. Like to show that women can also do sports like this. So being strong and independent. Women should like come in and like start playing around with everyone, like learning all these things so like it can help them.
And being a part of this club, being a coach of this club, really, you know, helps me with my own personal ambition. And I like to train the kids and the adults. Kids the most because they're like full of energy, and you can hear them.
I make new friends and I get to throw people. I like judo because it's fun. And I get to exercise and talk to new people.
I quite enjoy it because I'm doing it with my son, where I want him to be strong and healthy and fit.
Twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday.
It has a lot of discipline, and it's safe that you can actually go hard and you can fall safely because you have tatami, and teach the children how to be strong and how to be safe, and learn them some exercise as well. Yeah. It creates bond, and also it helps the children to learn some self-defense as well.
I was born in a family where my father played judo and my grandfather also played judo. So that's why I started judo. My children started judo first.
It doesn't really matter how strong you are and what age you are. As long as you have the right technique and right mentality of playing, you can beat anyone. I practice with my dad. He's too intense for me. And I'm always bruised, and so I lose the appetite to play. But yes, when he really, really wants me and really begs me to play for him, I join him, yeah.
If you start judo, don't try to be a champion straight away because it never works out. Just take your time and it'll come to you so naturally.
We pretty much cater to all types. I mean, we're a very diverse group, age-wise, ethnicity-wise, and disability-wise too. So definitely come by. It's one of the friendliest places to come do a sport in your spare time.
So for the final film of the night for the CyberConnect project, we have Therese Chen. Now she's mostly known as an editor. Now she's getting into more producing and now directing. So take it away, Therese, with Center Stage.
Well, thanks, Maria. So yes, this short came about from basically my love of two things: action films and theater. And these are typically two worlds which don't connect, and that got me to thinking what would happen if they did. So I have to say, despite the difficulties, the challenges of trying something new, which for me was not only directing but writing a comedy, it was so much fun. And for me, it was such an honor to not only showcase our local talent, but also the Powerhouse Youth Theatre, which is a theatre space right in the middle of Western Sydney. So yeah, I guess all I can say is I hope that this is one of the many chances that filmmakers and actors in our region get the chance to get showcase their skills and get the credit they deserve. So thank you.
Your kung fu is great, but you use it dishonorably. Your kung fu is great, but you just keep calm. You'll get it. Your kung fu is great, but you use it. Really? Your kung fu is great, but you use Entourage? What the f? Yep. Mom! Oh!
Chang!
Hi, Lee. And it's Brian, thank you.
Oh, that's what you're calling yourself these days. Hoping you get 2 more roles.
Yeah, sure.
Same old Chang. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I am here for the same reason as everybody else. To audition.
Audition? In this? Well, it's a little late, but I can offer you some tips on how to remember lines if you'd like.
You must be a new face around here. Look at ya! You've got a new friend. I'm so excited about this production getting off the ground. After feeling so down after my breakup. But finally, I feel alive again. Hope you guys are ready. All right.
Time to shine. I was referring to myself, of course, not you.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I need to act.
I'm sorry, Mum, but I need to act.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I need to act. I'm sorry, Mom, but I need to act.
I'm sorry, Mom, I need to act. I'm sorry, Mom, I need to act.
Fantastic job, everyone. But this is just a warming up. Now, time for the real thing. This is my favorite scene. It's a part of where our main hero gets dumped by the jerk-face Yuji because he doesn't get the artist's drive and energy and vision. So, So, Brian, was it? You enjoy watching the other people, but I think now the time for you to show what you've got. Yes? Here you go. Who wants to be his partner? Splendid. Yep. Best of luck.
So you have nothing to say? I gave up so much for you, Yuji. I just wanted you to support me. That's it. After all that I've done.
Brian, that was great. That was clever. I should have realized that Yuji is one of the few words. Yeah, 寡黙で、静かで、優しくて。So Brian, that was great. Lee, that was great performance. You're the best actor here. So I'd like to make an announcement for everyone. Finally, I've got a cast. I've realized the lead acting. Only one person can capable to play this role. And after seeing Lee's performance, I know that is me! Lee, you are the best actor here out of everyone. But even then, I needed more. Watch this. Bring the light. I gave up so much for you, Yuji. All I wanted to support me. Just like that. And Brian, you made me realize I actually don't need Yuji.
What?
Yes, so silent and stoic. I'm going to use the photo of him instead. That's much more meaningful. And then, そこにいるのは分かっているから。Yes! It's all coming together! Thank you, everyone! Thank you!
This can't be happening.
I got upstaged by a picture.
If it means anything, you're not such a bad actor. Yeah, look, I'm here, and you're here.
Well, much obliged. Maybe a few tips learning lines off you wouldn't be such a bad idea. Not that I'm busy or anything.
Why don't we start now?
No.
Oh, come on! It's not that hard. All you have to do is visualize each word that you think is important.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our event for the CyberConnect project. I want to thank all the filmmakers and all the creatives for being so brave, for showcasing the films, being a part of the films, and everyone who has attended. If you have a spare 2 minutes, please fill out a survey, give us some feedback, because that would be greatly appreciated. Now, we're going to have a screening later on at 9:15. So feel free to sort of take a break in between. If you have to leave, that's okay as well. But we are going to be having a screening for Operation Conflu at 9:15. But if I don't see you then, I do wish you all the best, and thank you so much for being a part of this most memorable online showcase experience of the CyberConnect project.